Today we're going to make a little scoop. We're going to make it out of maple. I've got a block here about 2.5 inches square by 6 or so inches long. We're going to round the block up, hollow it out, shape it, and then cut it on the bandsaw. The finish we'll use will be just plain mineral oil from the drugstore. Using a stem center, that's the reason it's spinning. Put the tenon on the end for the chuck. I decided to go with a 2-inch Forstner bit. You can hollow this out by hand if you want, but it's much quicker to use a Forstner bit and nobody will ever know. So do it whatever way you want to do it. I went into full depth, which was about 2.5 inches, and that should be enough. Now we'll go in with a round nose scraper and straighten out the bottom and then sand it. Let's straighten out the end and then we'll go in it, finish hollowing out the inside, get it straightened out. sand and then shape the outside. So I'm not going to show the sanding, that's pretty boring. Let's mark the depth of the scoop now. That's the bottom. So we'll add about that much to it. That's probably a 1/4 inch or so, maybe a 1/2 inch. That's just a plastic cup I machined to fit over my center for bigger things. Time to go to the sharpener, be right back. Seems to make a difference with a sharp gouge now. Okay, I'm going to sand it now, and then we'll reverse chuck it and finish up the back of it. Let's put a couple decorative grooves on it. I'm using a point tool. You can use a skew. Just put a couple little starter lines in it. Then take your piano wire, or whatever you're going to use, and hold it on there. And there's your little grooves. I'm going to finish sanding it now. Okay, we're done sanding it now. Take it off and put it on a jam chuck, and we'll be ready to finish turning the handle. Give you a little look at it now that it's done sanding. Actually, it's a pretty nice looking little goblet too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a jam chuck out of this guy here. And what it is, it's a piece of poplar that I've drilled and tapped to fit my headstocks, and I've got another piece of poplar glued on it. When I wear it down, I just take and glue another piece on it, and it works as a great jam chuck. So let's get it set up to get it jammed on there. Well, I was pretty lucky. It was already pretty much the size that I wanted, so fit right on there. Over in the tailstock up to make sure that we can hold it till the very last minute. Then we'll just turn it down to a nice little handle. Tool post come loose. Tool rest. The shape is pretty much the way I want it. And then I'm going to get the skew and take the top part of it off, the last little bit. That way we won't leave a hole in the top. Whoops, wrong one. Just take and cut little V notches in it till it comes apart. I can sand this down and we can get ready to cut it off and finish it. I'll give you a quick look at the top before I shut it off and move on to sanding. Okay. How about another little burn mark up here on the handle? See if we can get it here. We'll use the tip of the skew this time. Do that. All done. Here we are all polished up, getting ready for the finish, and I took some Triple E Ultra Shine, and it's just a wax with a small polishing grit in it, a real fine polishing grit, and it puts a nice finish on it to start with. I'll get the mineral oil and put a coat on there, and then we'll saw it off. Now we're going to cut it off to make a scoop out of it. It's pretty much, you can cut it any way you want, but I'm going to cut it the way I've been happy with. You got to be careful here on a bandsaw so that it doesn't spin around on you. Sand it down. We'll move over to the sander and see what it looks, see if we can finish it up. Not much light over here, so let's hope that there's enough light that we can get a good shot here. I'm just going to take it, smooth it up on the grinder. I'm sorry, I said grinder, I meant sander. Okay, now for some hand sanding. Here's what we're going to use for a finish, is just plain old mineral oil. We're just going to smear some on it, let it soak in and wipe it off. And then we're pretty much done with the scoop, and we'll take a picture of it, see what it looks like. And there's the completed project. Outside, inside. It didn't take very long. There's a little mark on the inside that I didn't get out, but once you throw it in the coffee grounds or the flour, who's gonna know? I'm not gonna tell.